All right, so now we're going to go find the greatest common factor with expressions. You're probably not going to hear us say greatest common factor every time. You're going to start hearing us say GCF. Okay, so I'm going to go find the GCF of 6x plus 4. Okay, and just like we did for 20 and 48, I want to list all the factors for 6. So 1, starting with my counting numbers, 1 times what gives me 6? 6. 2 times what gives me 6? 3. And then I can go to 3 times 2, and that's my repeat offender. So here's all the pairs that I can multiply to get to 6. So I'm going to list them. 1, 2, 3, 6. And then I also, with the 6x term, have 1x. So I'm going to list 1x. Now I'm going to do the same thing with 4. So I'm going to list out all the factors. So 1 times what gives me 4? 4. 2 times what gives me 4? And that's 2. Once I get to a pair that a number times itself gives you 4, then we are done. So I'm going to go list all my factors. So 1, and I don't have to do repeating. So 1, 2, and 4. I don't have a variable, so I don't have to list that. So now let's list all the factors that are in common. So I have 1, we have 2, and that's it. Okay, and x's are not in common. So now I want to list the greatest. So is 1 or 2 greater? The 2 is greater. So my greatest common factor, my GCF of this expression is 2. Let's try the next example. I have 8x squared plus 4x. So I'm going to start off by listing all the numbers, all my factors that I can multiply to get to 8. So that's going to be 1 times 8, 2 times 4, 3 cannot go into 8, and then I'm back at 4 times 2, repeat offender. So I'm going to stop. So I'm going to list out 1, 2, 4, 8. Then with my x squared, that squared is telling me I have 2 x's. So I'm going to put x, x. Now I'm going to go find all the factors of 4x. So I have 1 times 4, 2 times 2, and that's it. So I'm going to list 1, 2, and 4. Then I also have an x. I'm going to list an x. Now I'm going to identify all the factors that I have in common. So 1, if you're not noticing, there will always be a 1 in common. 2, 4, and then each term both has 1x. So I can take out 1x. So of these 4 numbers and variables, which one is the greatest? Well, the greatest number is 4, and then they share an x. So my GCF is 4x.